back to Brews and Beers with the Barkers. I am Danielle and this is Austin Barker. So our main focus for the video today is for our local viewers, our viewers from the River Valley area. So if you're not one of our local viewers, then I apologize.
Food is one of the inspirations for our channel, and it's kind of something that's hard to talk about right now.
So this is the next best thing. We have done the research for you about what foods you should not be missing right now. You're going to probably hear some interruption throughout this video thanks to Bo playing with his toy, so that's okay. As we mentioned in our previous video, we used to eat out a lot. We were spending around $900 a month just between the two of us on eating out. So I'm pretty sure we're like certified food critics by this point.
In the video, we're going to discuss the top 5 categories that we picked for the food, and they're food that you might not have tried. And a couple of those are going to be seafood, it's going to be Greek, Mexican, Indian, and then American Steakhouse. And
each of these categories, we're going to be talking to you about any family deals that they're currently offering. Do they have curbside available? Do they have any delivery available? And we're just gonna try and include some pictures in here to hopefully make you hungry by the end of this video.
And then stick to the end for 2 bonus recommendations.
Alright, so let's get into it. Like I said, we have done all of the research for you. Now, a lot of this information can be found on the Facebook group, River Valley Curbside to Go. So if you're not already a member of that, be sure to join it. It's just there's so much content being posted of so many different awesome deals right now that it gets kind of overwhelming and you're like, let's just get the same old again. So we've done the digging for you, done the research for you to come up with our top 5 recommendations.
Alright guys, let's get started. So the first one is going to be seafood, one of my favorites. It's AJ's Oyster House, and it's downtown Portsmouth in the, what's it called? Brooks.
It's off of
Brunswick.
Garrison.
Brunswick. Anyways, so they are doing curbside right now, and you can do delivery order through DoorDash. And then we saw an awesome thing. It's called the Office Pack. It's catfish, hush puppies, coleslaw, and then Parmesan fries for $22. And this deal looks like it would feed a family of 4 pretty easy. Which would, the breakdown on the price would be $5.50 per person on that deal.
Other than those awesome prices though, they were also doing something really just amazing recently, that they were starting a donation fund for all of their employees, where 100% of the funds that they raise through this will go towards the employees to help them out with just expenses, right now, rent, gas, utilities, things like that. So in just about 3 weeks or so, they were able to raise over $5,400 going into the pockets of their employees. So shout out to AJ's Oyster House for just being awesome and doing that. Now, our second category, number 2, is Greek. Now,
Danielle's favorite.
I love Greek food just because, it's so fresh, it's healthy, and it's something just out of the ordinary that we don't have a lot of around here. Thank you, little foot. So they are offering curbside. They are offering delivery through Uber Eats and also Grubhub. So Pisces is currently offering a $27 5 sandwich meal. So they are giving you all of that you need to build your own heroes at home. So with this 5 sandwich meal, you're going to choose either lamb or chicken. They might let you choose both, I don't know. Lamb or chicken. It comes with 5 pitas, which is the breading for your hero sandwich, all of the veggies needed, and the tzatziki sauce. So if you are a family of 5, this would be $5.40 per person, which is a great deal.
And even if you haven't tried it, you might have seen it. It's a pretty well-known food truck, but they actually have a brick and mortar establishment that you can go and get it year-round instead of having to wait for the fair season to come around. And then the third category is actually Hispanic and Mexican. And there's so many Hispanic restaurants. I mean, guys, you were really coming out and doing some amazing deals. And we had to try to narrow it down to one. And the one that we ended up picking was El Zarape. And they're on Rogers and they're close to Barling, like on the way towards Barling. And they do curbside. And then delivery, they're actually not doing delivery right now. They might do something through a Dash app, like DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. But they have a meal right now. It's 20 enchiladas. It's your choice of shredded chicken, ground beef, bean, your choice of sauce. It could be the roasted tomato sauce, cheese sauce, green sauce, habanero sauce. 2 appetizers, which could be your choice of queso, guacamole, bean dip, taco dip, which is beans and white cheese, or you could do the Zarape dip, which is pico de gallo with queso. And then it's rice and beans, chips and salsa, and all that for $29.99. That could feed like 6 people, which would be $5 a person. It's definitely the most food for the amount of money that you spend.
And I just like how many choices you get there to really custom build it to something that might work for your family.
Yeah.
Many kids are picky eaters, so maybe they wouldn't eat the pico de gallo, so you could replace it with queso, things like that. I don't know if anyone's hungry yet in this video, but I'm definitely getting
feeling
there.
it.
Feeling it. Okay, moving on to category number 4. So, this restaurant that we're featuring isn't actually offering any family meals right now. They do have a meal for 2 that has an entree and 2 appetizers and 2 drinks. But honestly, 1 serving size on a lot of their meals,
it's enough for 2.
Yeah, it's plenty for both of us, and we'd like to eat. So if it's enough for both of us, I think it'd be fine for 2 of you guys. This restaurant is an Indian restaurant. It's called R&R Curry Express. It's at the end of Rogers before it connects to Garrison, right across from the Regional Art Museum. They do have curbside, and they do have delivery, in-house delivery, anywhere within Portsmouth city limits for orders $20 or more. And I really love that they are always changing up their menu. They always have like current daily specials. When you are able to eat there, they also have a bar that you can order, you know, a mixed drink or beer with your food. And they, like I said, they just have really large portions. Now, if you're not feeling super adventurous yet, and not sure if you want to try Indian food, they do have barbecue. So even if someone else in your household would like to get some Indian food and you're like, I'd rather just take a few bites of yours, then you can have barbecue and they can have the Indian food.
Well, that's how we started out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't super adventurous in that category.
I have to say that I love this place. I always get the goat dish. It's hard not to get it every time I go there. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. It's the Punjabi Karari Gosht. And if you haven't had goat before, you're really missing out. I know it's not something that typically I think Americans eat, but it's like, man, it is amazing. It's really good. Our last deal after the Indian is going to be the American Steakhouse. And this is another category where they are offering lots of different deals. Our favorite is Texas Roadhouse. Another place that's doing really good deals is Logan's.
No. Longhorn.
Sorry, not Logan's.
We don't have a Logan's.
We don't have a Logan's anymore. Sorry.
Longhorn. And Longhorn, sorry to cut you off, Longhorns is also doing a lot of giveaways, so just follow their Facebook page to help get in for those family deal giveaways as well.
So for the Texas Roadhouse, you check in at the tent out front. They're gonna assign you a place to park, and then that's when they'll actually bring it to you. So delivery, we couldn't find anything that was online, but once again, it's like you could check through the different apps that offer delivery services. The deal that we actually saw for Texas Roadhouse was the grill deal, which I love because overall it's the best deal for the amount of meat that you get for your steaks. You get 4 10-ounce ribeyes, and then you get 4 potatoes, which have the sides and stuff to make it loaded, like sour cream and cheese. Then you get a salad for 4, and then you get 12 rolls and honey butter. And if you haven't had their honey butter, obviously it's delicious.
It's great. Okay, so you get all of that food that he just mentioned, the steaks, the potatoes, the salad, and the 12 rolls with their amazing honey butter. You get all of that for $49.99. For a family of 4, that pack would be $12.50 a person. But again, it's a steakhouse, so getting food from a steakhouse for $12.50 per person is a pretty good deal. Like he said though, they're 10-ounce steaks, so not all kids are going to eat a 10-ounce steak. So if you split it between 2 kids and try to feed a family of 5 with it, then that would average about $10 per person instead. Okay, before we get into our 2 bonus recommendation, it is time for our daily dose of the Barker boys. Not this one, but Bo and Littlefoot.
The other 2.
The other 2 Barker boys. So we mentioned in our last video that they just had their birthday celebration. So for their birthday, we made them homemade apple peanut butter cupcakes with peanut butter and yogurt icing. On top of that, we had duck jerky sprinkles. So yeah. And then we also grilled some pork chops for them that day.
We also took a really long walk and let them kind of choose the paths that we would take. And we got them their favorite snacks to just munch on throughout the day, which is actually diced up zucchini and broccoli. They love that stuff. And this right here is pretty normal for them to do when they're wanting food, but here's a clip of them singing for their food, for their dinner. You want some pork chop? Get it.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like he said, that's pretty normal. That's what we deal with every time that they eat.
Yeah, twice a day.
That sort of singing, aka yelling at us for their food. All right, so for our 2 bonus recommendations, thank you guys for sticking with us. So we have talked about food, so let's talk about some drinks. We wanted to highlight an awesome coffee shop, a local coffee shop within Portsmouth called Portsmouth Coffee Company. It is at the very end of Towson or Rogers, where the 3-way where it all connects Rogers, Garrison, and Towson. It is located down there.
Portsmouth Coffee Company is actually selling their drinks by the half gallon for the coffee lovers out there. And it's actually equivalent to 4 16-ounce drinks, which if you go to a coffee shop, you know that it's gonna be a bit pricier, obviously. But half gallons of any flavored latte, $19. Chai tea, spiced or vanilla for $18. They've got nitro cold brew, which I really like, and that's $17. And then they've got iced coffee for $13.
They are offering curbside, and they have helped to build a makeshift drive-through to help keep them through these times as well, which I think was really cool when I went through it. Yeah, so they are offering curbside, and they just now started a delivery service where they're offering free delivery on Fridays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Text them your order the night before, Thursday, and they will bring you, I think so, they will bring you some awesome coffee the next day. So they do offer their coffee beans that you can buy through them. If you buy the coffee beans themselves, then I believe that they offer shipping as well. Their coffee beans are from various different places like Honduras, Ethiopia, Guatemala, and many more locations.
Our last recommendation is actually Portsmouth Brewing Company, located in Fort Chaffee. It's another place that has an amazing atmosphere. They're always doing get-togethers and having just different like social gatherings, celebrations. And you should definitely visit after the quarantine to get the full effect. But they are doing curbside and they are doing delivery. There is no minimum on what you can order. It's as long as it's within the Portsmouth limits, there's no fee. And I don't think they deliver outside of the Portsmouth
They
limits.
don't offer delivery outside of the Portsmouth city limits just because the places outside of that
are dry.
Yeah, are dry. You can't buy alcohol there, so they can't deliver the alcohol to you. But they do still have curbside for you to go pick it up. Like he said, there's no minimum price that you have to spend for them to deliver it to you. Most places that are delivering alcohol right now, you have to spend a minimum of $50 for them to deliver to you, but he is not making you have a minimum.
No. So, and it's 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they also started recently a subscription service that lets you set up a weekly delivery of what your favorite is, or what you choose.
So, pricing. You can get a 64-ounce growler and have it filled with your favorite beer on tap that he has there for $23. If you do already have your own growler, then it would be $16 or $17, something like that. And he has a wide variety of brews there. He has more than 60 beers on tap there from different local breweries, such as Ozark Beer, Flyaway, and Superior Bathhouse, which is a great brewery in Hot Springs, in case you didn't know. So we hope this video has inspired you guys to try to support local businesses and try some new food. Step out of your comfort zone of the regular fast food and just switch it up.
And be sure to like and subscribe. Comment below if you want us to cover more local content. And of course, we'll see you next time on Breaking Barriers with the Barkers.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. That's Bo wanting to be loud now that we're recording a video.
And then our third category is Mexican and Hispanic.
Spanish.